Hey guys, welcome to another Cops One video. This is an in-depth tour of a 2002 Holden Acclaim Series 2. In this video, I'll give you a full walk around this car, show the interior, the exterior, a couple of interesting features, and so on. Let's go straight into it. This is a Series 2 version, so it kind of looks very similar to the old VTs around the VX models, where they kind of slightly changed the headlight design, if you can see. Towards the front end, you can see it's also got the optional headlight protectors and the bonnet protectors as well. You can see it's a little bit cracked. And you can see the slightly revised front grille. So towards the front there, you can see it's slightly resprayed, you can see as well, and you had the optional fog lights that go on the front grille there. So the Acclaim came with a 3.8 litre V6 Ecotec engine, produced about 147 kilowatts of power. Pretty standard for the time. You can also see up front, if I go a little bit closer, you can also see you got a little bit of sort of this aluminium sort of style accents in the front end. Is squared off diamond style front grille there. Show the sides here. So here's your wheels. This is one of the last ones before they switched to the slightly updated body styles in 2004. So they had the more squared off headlights. So you can see up close, if I switch to a wide angle lens, this one's got some new tires that have been put on, about 15-inch tires, which were actually pretty standard for the time. Now cars, I think back then 18-inch was considered very big, and now we're going towards 21-inch now tires. So you get quite a bigger tread there, you can see. So it looks like a 15-inch tire, 2565, pretty standard hubcaps you got on this one as well. And this one's fitted with the Ecotec. Now, being the later ones, they came with the clear indicators before they had the orange indicators, so you can see V6. Also came, you can see, with the window deflectors as well. Looks like it was done factory as well. Or might be in the aftermarket supply, as you can see here. Pretend all the rain and all that. This one also came with curtain airbags, which is a cool feature as well. Such sort of body colored mirror. Sorry, body color panels, you can see with the handles and all that. And being the wagon version, it's a little bit longer. At the time it came with the 3-year warranty. And you can see you had the 100,000 kilometer warranty on the side, which is also quite interesting, and roadside assistance. So interesting stuff. So rear tires about the same as well. Being the wagon had a slightly different rear end. So if you look up front, you had the straight tail lights, which was pretty much pretty common on the Utes and the other Commodores at the time. If I go a bit lower, you can see you had the single exhaust, independent rear suspension, which was nice for the time, behind the corners, and it's a bit hard to see, but you had the spare tire underneath as well. And the Commodore, and this is the Series 2. Third braking light there, switch to a wide angle lens, press lock here. Up is your tailgate. Pretty large tailgate, you can see here. It's actually a lot of space in here. You can easily fit so much stuff in here. I think some of the Commodores even came with seats that were facing the opposite direction. I don't think they're legal anymore, but jack, if you want to just change the tire and all that. If I lift this up, access to your spare tire. And it looks like this one still has the original spare tire too, because they were fitted with the RE92s. Oh, good, thank you. It's all pretty cool, pretty standard. So you can see up front, you also came with the factory cage as well. Bit hard to see. Protection barrier. This actually was done from factory as well. Protects the rear occupants and all the stuff going forward as well. You can see it's got a carpeted finish here. It's also pretty nice. Some storage on the sides here, and other sort of stuff in there too. Pretty cool. Step inside here. This interior. I will head inside. Okay. So here's the Holden Acclaim inside. I'll just pull this one off so you can get I think it's been velcroed. Yeah, I'll just pull that off for the time being. Get a better look. So here's the interior on the Holden Acclaim. Pretty much standard what you got on the VX, the VT. Nothing really changed as such. There's slightly different style with the seats and all that. So you can see at the front, pretty same with the VT, you can see you got all soft touch materials here. And I reckon this was a downgrade from the upgrade ones, because the updated one had a revised interior, but it was more plasticky. And here you still got all the soft touch materials. Soft touch here, and this very typical early 2000s style graphics. You got the cloth seats over here. You can see the steering wheel was actually in a rubberized material. Had your cruise control settings here. Volume controls here, which is also nice. I think this was added later. I don't recall the earlier VTs having that as well. Airbag pretty much standard, which all the models there. On the life, recycled from the old VSs, you can see you got your wiper controls, and you got your indicator controls on the right as well. Cruise control there. Kind of like on the European style cars, you had the headlight controls here. So that one's the brightness for the display, and this one was just your parkers, headlights, and off button all there. All pretty nice, pretty much standard there. Towards the front, slightly revised on opposed from the VTs. You can see they slightly changed it. If you go up front, you can see you got these dials here, pretty standard. Your temperature gauge for the engine, speedometer, and your rev counter and speedometer, and your fuel gauge, pretty standard stuff. And here you had your trip computer to display your kilometers and stuff like that. Mode settings here, hazard control switch, air conditioning controls here, AC, rear defroster, fan speed. So you can see the build quality felt pretty nice as well. And that's just for your temperature, hot and cold. And recycling, forward in, up and down, and feet, and front to wrist as well. Yeah, all there. That one's just to up and close up the valve. You might see inside there. And these were commonly broken very often on the early VTs. And same thing with the seats as well. The same thing which never really changed was the cloth seats were alright, but I think what happened with the later ones was this would happen. And the cause for that was because the glue was not very good, and ended up would actually come off the seat. So that would be quite loose, which is very common with all the Commodores as well. But it was actually a soft seat, as you can see here. And then you got this really typical 99, early 2000s funny waves and graphics. I don't know if you can see, which I thought was pretty cool. But anyway, but very comfortable seats, yeah. So over here you got some storage, the original instruction manual and all that, especially with the VX and all that. Nothing really changed. Let's have a look at that old instruction manual. This is looks like the original brochures that came with it at the time. Radio code, and it looks like this looks pretty dated, but VP Honest Series book, which I thought was quite interesting because this is for a VP, so I don't know what they're doing in here. Unless some of the stuff was recycled from the VP and the VS. The controls look like came off all VP as well. But this is all soft touch here, you can see as well. Got this nice chrome badge there, which wasn't on the earlier. I don't think that was on the earlier Commodores as well. Standard Vandy mirror. Switch to a wide angle lens, and then you got another one there too. Pretty nice. Visibility is really good on the sides as well. You can see a lot better. I reckon when it went to the VE, these A-pillars got really hard to see out of. I think because they had airbags and it was actually a bit hard. But here you actually can see pretty well when I'm pulling to junctions, which I thought was pretty cool. And the way the window's positioned, I can actually quickly check when I'm pulling out, which I thought was pretty cool. Rear visibility is really good. Plenty of windows, and you got a large window in the rear as well. So pretty nice stuff. Over here in the center, you can see you've got your Eurovox radio, time, CD, FM, on and off, and then that's for your, I think 6-stack CD was standard, and you went for the Calais to go an 8-stack CD player. Ashtray, door a bit broken, but you can see also you got a cigarette lighter, 4-speed automatic transmission, power button, and then you got the traction control here. You got all your controls in the center, which didn't really change with the VEs as well, so in the later Holden as well, so that's for your window switches. And you also had the child locks there as well, so for the windows. Very small coffee cups, not that useful to be honest, and then you had a little bit of storage in there too, with yeah, that's about it. And you had like little storage pockets and stuff, about cards and stuff like that. Basic storage inside here, controls for your windows as well over there, and you had these little small pockets over here as well. Standard key that came in the car, which was also the same ones they used on the older the ones off on the VZs and the VYs as well. Pretty cool stuff. Here's the interior. Let's see on the rear seats. So you can see, here's the rear seats. You had some storage pockets here, which were nice. You had the sort of vents for the rear, which was actually really cool. A lot of cars at the time didn't have ventilation always underneath the seats, so that was good that Holden had that standard. So you get better aircon as well. Bit of storage there, and yeah, so you got good leg support as well, which is nice. And yeah, pretty nice seats. You can see same one that you saw at the front, which had the same sort of problem as well. This one compared to the standard one, the sedans didn't get you that little nice table that all fold down, which I really loved, which was really huge and very useful. So you didn't get that there, which is unfortunate. But you do have the little cage there, cargo barrier and all that there too. Stepping us into being a rear-wheel drive car, your legs take up some room here, but you got plenty of room and plenty of headroom, so really designed for tall people. You can see. So I'll just show you the dashboard from the rear seat. You can see over here as well. So let's open the door here. Also, you got wind electric switches as well for the doors, whereas earlier, I think the early Commodores, if you go for the base models, will all wind up in the rear. Basic handle there, full to unlock. Most of the cars have it on the left side, but on the Holden didn't. Just the handles on these were a little bit hard to navigate to find. There you go. Now they came with strut assist, was nice. Same engine you got on the VPs, I think. And they slightly changed it slightly, but this is what you got: V6 3.8 liter. See towards the front, and the nice cover you can see here. Very easy access. You can see towards the front if you want to change your belts and stuff. Power steering over there on the left. Airbox in the front. Coolant reservoir filler, and then this is inside over there too. Battery looks like it was changed recently. Only 500cc. You got the ABS system was actually made in Germany, surprisingly, and then you've got the brake reservoir over there too. Go a little bit closer. See if we can just... Engine oil fill on the side. Yeah, pretty much the same displacement they put on the whole range, really. Next, your coils and all that, if you want to change all that there. Oh, this dipstick there.